difficult one, and there are compromises that get made. That's not what happened with this Challenge Boehner thing.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but let's remember what happened in 1997, 1998, when the House Republicans decided that they were going to try to replace Newt Gingrich. And you had people like Dick Armey, Tom DeLay, John Boehner, and Bill Paxton, all there, who basically decided that, okay, here's what we're going to do. We are going to try to do a coup and try to get Gingrich to resign. Now, Gingrich refused to resign until they lost 5 seats in the House in the 1998 election. But let's remember that there was a plan to oust Newt. There's no plan here with Boehner at all to oust him. There's none.
Nope. And to everybody who was complaining about it, they just don't understand the fact that there simply wasn't that plan, and you can't do anything, you can't accomplish anything in D.C. without having the kind of coalition to win one of these, to win anything. I mean, that's just how it works in D.C. But I did want to mention real quick the thing about, I'm sorry, because I called in, I got off track about the Boehner thing, but the reason why I was saying about, the reason I called in the chat room was because of the shutdown comment. The problem with the whole idea of, we need to have a shutdown or whatever, or that's the only way that things are actually going to happen, is that when the shutdown happens, it looks bad on us. It really, really, really does. And the only reason, to me at least, that we won in this past election is, can you remember all of the things that Obama screwed up on in this past year? That's the reason. Thankfully, the short attention span, maybe, I don't know, it's a combination of short attention span and just how awful Obama was this past year, how awful the world has gotten in the past year, that sparked the thing that says, hey, we need to get some Republicans in, that prevented the shutdown from having as big of an impact as it might have. But shutdowns, when they can be blamed on us, and since we do not control the media, they will be blamed on us. That's a problem. And
that's
it doesn't advance our general goal.
And that's another reason why, since if you can only since you will be blamed for it, either don't do it or embrace it. It's a poor analogy. I'll admit it up front because it's light years of implications different, but it's the same philosophy as using military force and going to war. If you are not going to war to win and wage it totally, do not fight. Do not send our young men and women off to fight.
Yeah.
It actually,
either you're in it.
This is a perfect analogy, and it fits into the Boehner thing. If you're going to attack the king, kill him. That's it. That's how that process works. You better make sure.
And again, you talk about building a base of support and everything. Even for something like a government shutdown, when was the last time the Republican Party, as a party, I'm not talking about individual politicians, I'm talking about the party, when was the last time they did an effort on educating people you can do without government? That would probably be never. Because what they really believe is government is fine so long as we're running it. And that's their record.
I disagree with that, and here's why. I disagree with that because I don't think it's their job as politicians necessarily to do that. I think it's our job as activists to get that message out there. It's our job as activists. And when the climate is such that we can get people in there to achieve that agenda, that's when things have to happen. and we have to make sure that the right politicians are in when that time comes. But when it comes to shifting public opinion, that's something that we activists have to do, we volunteers have to do on a person-by-person level.
I don't disagree with that, and this is something I've said before too, which is it is more important for us to get 1,000 anti-statists elected to local Republican committees than it is to get any one congressman or senator or governor or state legislator or whoever. And I first said that back when our good friend Fishy was elected or appointed to a local Republican committee, because it's local committees that pick state committees. State committees pick national committee representatives, and those people all combined pick candidates. You can say all you want about the primary process, but I'll give you a story of local Republican politics here in Western Pennsylvania. Back 4 years ago, a little more than 4 years ago, 2010, Keith Rothfuss running against, in my congressional district at the time, running against Jason Altmaier. It was a contested Republican primary between himself and the party pick, quote unquote, Mary Beth Buchanan, former U.S. attorney, who was a Bush person. The party wanted Buchanan. The voters turned out, wanted Rothfuss. He won the primary. And then got nothing. Zero support from the party because they took their ball and went home because they didn't get who they wanted. Well, fast forward 2 years to 2012, Rothfuss runs again. He's unopposed. The party doesn't have a choice but to support him, and he wins, and he just won re-election too. So he's starting his second term. You know, there's a lot that we have to fight there in the party. And focusing on D.C. is not going to be a way to do that. All you do by these useless battles in D.C. is you're continuing to empower the people you're trying to get rid of.
Right, and the other thing is that you have to remember, and not everybody has to remember, is that you need to be involved if you want your voice to be heard. You can't just be posting on Facebook and say, we need to throw the bums out. No, here's what you do. First thing that you have to do is you have to go and make yourself known to the political sphere. You have to go out there and be a volunteer. You have to be out there and maybe walk a couple of blocks, knock on some doors for your local guys. Get involved in the process, learn who the players are, and when you learn those players, you figure out that, hey, they're in desperate need for people who want to help and who want to work. And when you find that, they want to listen to you. They will listen to you if you know when you're out there with them, knocking on doors and leaving pamphlets out. That's a thing. You need to be able to go beyond the rage treadmill of, oh my God, another bad thing. The world is horrible, but I'm going to rant about it on Facebook and it's okay. You know, I'm going to put some snarky commentary on Twitter, and that's my work for the year. I'm good. I'm good with the Republican movement. I'm good with the conservative movement. I'm good with the libertarian movement. I made a snarky comment on Twitter. It's as if there aren't enough snarky comments on Twitter. You got to do something too. You got to be out there and work.
Now, some of us can't. Some of us are limited by our jobs. But I guess that's why we have Liberty Radio, right?
The fact that we do things like this, Taylor, is part of us doing our part.
Yeah.
Absolutely. This is beyond quick commentary.
On a completely unrelated but fun topic, I want to give a shout out there for something that I saw that came across Twitter. But there is a young man by the name of Duke Myers, who you can find on Twitter as @Duke1, number one Myers.
Oh, God.
Myers, who's asking for some assistance, and he has a couple pictures. You can find the tweet. It's near the top of his timeline. He has been in a text message conversation with a female friend of his, and he wanted to know how many retweets would he need to take this girl's mom to the prom, and she said 25,000. Currently, he is up to 7,706 retweets.
No, 7,739.
Okay, well, it's increasing. I have to refresh the screen. And actually, I just refreshed it and the count went down, so Twitter is being strange. But, if you do feel so inclined, and there's also a picture of the mother attached to this tweet, too. If you feel so inclined to help this guy out, I'd do it. I did. It's fun.
Sadly, this kid lives in Frisco, Texas. Just north
Is that
of me.
is that something you can joke about, like Sean jokes about Austin?
No, because I actually do kind of like Frisco. But yeah, I can still joke about it a little bit.
To get things a little bit back to the Boehner situation, really, really quick.
No,
I just want to say that it doesn't help. It doesn't hurt the guys that we don't like in DC if you say that you're walking away. That's the thing I really want to underline here, because people are walking away from conservatism, or say that they are walking away from it. It doesn't help that. It doesn't hurt them when you say that you're walking away, or when you actually walk away.
yeah, because they get what they want.
It helps them. Yeah, it's what they want. They have to look at us in the eye every day and lie to our faces every day. If that's what they are going to do, I want them to have to look me in the eye, have my representative look me in the eye, and be accountable. Let them know that I know, and that's the thing. That's way more of an effect than throwing your hands up in the air, falling on your fainting couch, and saying, "Oh, that's it. I'm done with the Republicans." Oh.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
me
me and saying that I was done with the Republicans, I mean, that's...
I am done with the Republicans the same way I at earlier in my life became done with the Democrats. When all you shovel me is stuff that I can't stand smelling, you're not going to get my loyalty. I will be loyal to particular individuals and particular candidates, but I'm not going to be just party loyal for the sake of loyalty when they've done nothing to earn my loyalty.
Well, I wasn't. That's not what I meant. I wasn't saying that you need to blindly follow everything that Republicans do. Of course, you need to be deliberate. You need to go through and pick your guys that you like. But you don't just give up on conservatism because somebody lies, because somebody is less than your favorite candidate. You still have to put that fight out.
I certainly haven't given up on conservatism or conservatarianism, as I would prefer. It's just that the Republican Party isn't it. Republican Party is pro-government rights.
I need to correct you. I must correct you there. The Republican Party most certainly is it, because there is no other party out there that comes even close to being as conservative as the Republican Party. That's it. I mean, period. You're not going to find another party out there that's even close. I'm a libertarian, personally. A small L libertarian. My political views, that's what they are. I'm a Republican, and I'm in the right party. I'm in the correct party, and I'm working my way through, because I'm going to make the Republican Party more conservative, and I already have. So that's the thing. You can say that generally, a lot of the Republicans are Dem-light, whatever. Some of them are, absolutely. Go and primary them. Don't say that the party is Dem-light, because it's not. Not the constituents, not the people who are out there trying to achieve change. And I would say that the majority of the elected officials are, in fact, conservative. I'm sorry. You can't just say that they're Dem-like.
I'm leaving that to you answer. Allan?
No, I wouldn't say